Hi, and welcome to Guru Grit. So welcome everyone that's new here. I really appreciate you being here and giving your time and energy to this wonderful, exciting co-creation and beautiful work that we're all doing together. I love these interactions. They truly energize me. And I really want to get into the topic of career today. And I'm going to dive right in. So one of the things that I hope to keep consistent throughout everything is just getting to the point. I personally believe treat as you would like to be treated, and I personally can't stand long-winded introductions that lead absolutely nowhere and eat up so much of your life and your nervous system. So a wonderful viewer on TikTok said, "You mean if I apply this formula I can have my dream career?" Say no more. Absolutely right. We are in a transitional phase right now on the planet, and I think people are in search of something that's just new, not necessarily better, but different, for whatever that looks like to that person. For some people, different isn't self-employment. For some people, different is working, at a massive company and not taking excess responsibility with them when they go home. For others, it's loving the challenge of being self-employed and independent entrepreneurial work. So the first thing, when you're trying to attract to yourself a career that you truly enjoy, is to remove judgment, bias, and the opinions of others. I'm going to say that again. That means if you are currently self-employed and you are stressed and you're waking up every morning with more hair on your pillow than on your head, and you long in your heart for a 9 to 5 that has, everything there on the paycheck, on the stub, listed out for you, so you don't have to do that excess thinking, and when you come home, you leave your work and you're at home. And when you go to work, you're at work and it's done for you. Then that's fine. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You're not a slave to the system. You're not blind. You're not asleep. You're not a failure. You're not weak. You're not boring. It's okay. Whatever you want to do to support yourself in this world is valid to you. This also means if you want to step outside of such a role, to take a risk, to try something you haven't done before, maybe no one you know has done before, you have to learn to leave the criticisms and opinions of other people aside. You don't have to fight them, you don't have to reject them, you don't have to live in deep states of denial, but you have to make peace with your desire inside yourself. That's the first thing. What you think about, the thing you want, is more valuable than anything else, because you're the one who ultimately decides if it finds its way to you or if it stays far apart from you. That's the only thing you really have to understand. There's a barometer for attraction. The more you're at peace, the easier it comes. The more you're freaking out, you're nervous, you're tense, the harder it is. It's going to take a long time to flow to you, because it's like jamming all the time. It's like a car driving through the desert, breaking down every 5 kilometers. It's going to take ages for it to get anywhere. So that's the first thing. Remove bias. I don't really care what you want to do for a living. You can do whatever makes you happy. As far as I'm concerned, the more happier people there are in the world, the happier the world is, the better it is for everyone to live on. So you don't have to explain yourself to me, to your friends, or even self-justification. Just leave it. The next thing is pretty general in terms of attraction and formulas across the board, is why do you want the thing that you want? The person didn't leave any specifics and left the comment, but it made me laugh, so I felt so inspired to make this. So I'm gonna try to make it as general as possible and kind of coax you and help you, guide you, maybe a little bit playfully, maybe trick you a little, into just feeling really good about something. That way, when it's so general, you can't trip up on yourself. You can't think, I really want to be a surgeon, but I've got to go to school for like 12 years and it's gonna take forever, and you've killed it. You're just sort of thinking, hey, it would be nice. It would be nice to be self-employed, but have some structure and have colleagues and work with people from different, professional backgrounds, and it would just offer me variety and look at interesting things all day and challenge myself and challenge my mind. All right, it's all doable. So why do you want the thing that you want? Do you want to feel free? Do you want to feel like you have purpose? Do you have meaning? Do you have fun? All of the above. Do you make, an influence on the world? So take that feeling. Let's say I want to do something meaningful. I don't feel what I'm doing right now is meaningful. But here's the thing. You can't get to finding meaning from a place of lack of meaning. Just how you can't feel lonely and attract love, and you can't feel poor and get rich. You can't feel sick and get healthy. You have to let it go. So in your day-to-day work life, even if you're counting paper clips, I don't care. I don't care if you're putting rubber bands in a massive ball, okay? Try to find some humor in that, some meaning in that. Say, okay, you know what, by me organizing this, it's making someone else's day flow more smoothly. I'm a catalyst for harmony. Try to talk yourself into that place where you're seeing that what you do, and by being there, you really are raising the vibration of the atmosphere. And when you activate that feeling, it's going to come looking for you. It's like putting out an advertisement. Now you have the sign, it's covered in dust, there's some dead flies on it, the light bulb's burned out a long time ago. When you start to get into that feeling like this isn't so bad, it's all right. At least I have steady pay. At least I like the commute. And if you don't, at least I get to read a book on the commute. I get to listen to the radio or podcasts. You find a way to enjoy it. You find a way to enjoy it. And then that light turns on, all the dust is gone, the bugs have flown away, and now it's beaming a bright light, and you're going to attract freedom, you're going to attract influence, purpose, power, respect. You can have anything. I'm not judging you. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? So know what you want, and if you don't know the specifics of it, like I don't know what job, like do I want to be, pharmacist? Do I want to be a chemist? Do I want to be a makeup artist? Just get the feeling, do I want to make my own schedule? Do I want to be mobile? What's the tone? Do you like working with people? Do you prefer to be independent? Get the feeling, then activate the feeling. And then finally, like all equations to attraction, is let the feeling in. So relax. If when you think about it, it feels good, you can keep thinking about it. You can script, go for a walk, daydream, whatevs. If it makes you feel anxious and tight and tense, like I don't have a lot of time, I'm under a lot of financial pressure, I feel out of control, it's best to leave it alone. I'm not saying to put your head in the sand and neglect your finances. I'm saying to not beat that feeling to death, because you can't force it. You can't force it. And the analogy a lot of people use, and it's very accurate, it's like looking at the mirror and trying to get the reflection to smile rather than breaking out into a smile yourself. So it's like you can't control the condition enough to make it come true. So leave it. Don't force it. Don't say affirmations when you're feeling angry or anxious or some such thing. Leave it alone. When you're in a good mood, do the work. When you feel neutral, you can do the work. You can excite yourself and do the work. And when you're feeling desperate, needy, upset, that's the time to take a nap, have some tea, and leave it for another time. Okay? I hope this helps. I hope that this video can help you to understand that it's just like a game. It really is a game. And there are instructions. And when you start paying attention to the rules, you start seeing results. So I hope it works for everyone. I hope everyone finds their way into something that they want to spend their lifetime doing, so much so that they don't even dream of retirement. Thank you once again for being here, and I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.